Welcome all to this tutorial. Today we will go ahead and set up the needed environment in order to be able to code in C++ and, in the final account of things, make a keylogger. So while I was doing the testing, I have encountered into a lot of problems and I have managed to solve them. If anybody's wondering, I am not a magician. I don't just go into the encountered problems and just type a few things and solve them immediately. I do what everybody else does. I go ahead and browse the web and try to figure things out where the problem lies. That is exactly what I did here, and I will show you what you need to do and where the problems will occur. Anyway, so the first thing that we will need is an IDE, so an integrated development environment, and for that I have chosen to install Eclipse, which is fantastic. However, it's Java based, and if it's Java based, we will need some things from Java, but we'll get that shortly. Go ahead and type in Eclipse, press enter. And it says Mars Eclipse. Okay, so that's just the latest version. You have Luna Eclipse. This is Mars Eclipse. I like the Kelper Eclipse that I used before, but those are just the names for the versions. Just like you have for example, Linux distributions, they can hold various names. I can't think of any at the moment now, but for example, you have Debian Wheezy or Debian Jessie or something of a kind for experimental things, and so on and so forth. Anyway, you get the idea there. That's completely irrelevant. Mars Eclipse is just the name for it. It's Mars Release. That's just the name for it again. That's all that there is to it. So anyway, what would we like to do is, well, we would like to download it. So go ahead and click on download. It's completely free. You don't need to pay for anything. And let's scroll downward. It says Eclipse IDE for Java developers plugin, Eclipse for PHP. This is the one that we're looking for. So Eclipse IDE for C++ developers. You have an option here for Windows, of course. You can change your target environment here, but we are downloading the one for Windows. You can also use it on Linux. It's awesome. On Linux, I like to use Qt Creator for C++ in particular. But for pretty much everything else, Eclipse is awesome. So let's go ahead and select here. I have a 64-bit system running. I don't know which sort of a system do you have running, but if it's not 64-bit, go ahead and download a 32-bit. That's pretty much all you need to do. Let me just check something really fast. No, I need properties. There we go. So you can just go ahead and click on this PC, or in my computer, if it's written my computer, just go ahead and click on properties, and you will be given this prompt here. Here you can check whether your system is 64-bit or 32-bit. It says here system type 64-bit operating 64-bit operating system. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this because we are not going to need it. I'll just minimize my file browser there, and let's go ahead and download it. So for Windows, it's 64-bit. Just go ahead and click on it, and you'll be redirected here. It says here download from Italy. Apparently that's the closest mirror to my current location, but you can go ahead and do this. Open link in new. I'm opening the link in new tab. Oh, sorry. That's gonna prompt me to download it. Or I wanted to pick a new mirror. I'm so sorry, I just clicked on it. Wrong choice. It says, or pick a local mirror site below. So download the latest Eclipse and see how easily your apps can deploy. Get it faster here. Anyway, so you have some things here which are completely relevant for you. But down here it says, choose a mirror close to you. Take a look at these countries here. So it says, I don't know, you have a lot of them. For example, United Kingdom or Germany, Czech Republic, Sweden, whatever. And then you have for North America here, for Asia, think of where you are in the world in a physical sense and figure out which of these locations is geographically closest to you in order to increase the speed of your download. For me, it says, okay, this is your choice, but you can change it down below by just basically clicking on it. No big deal, like this, and you will be prompted to download Eclipse immediately. Let's go back because I don't want to choose a mirror. I'm just going to go ahead and download it from the link that was suggested to me. Just go ahead and click on it. That's all you need to do. Make sure to select save file and not open file. So save it. Click on OK. It's gonna take a bit of time for it to download. No big deal. I already have it downloaded. So I think I'm gonna cancel this or something like that. I'm not sure. You might be prompted to actually give some donations or something of a kind on a site, but it's not mandatory or anything of a kind. You can donate if you like. If not, it's fine. You get all the features whether you donate or not, completely irrelevant in terms of functionality. Now let me just go ahead and check if I have it from my previous downloads while I was running some tests. Okay, so I don't need those downloads. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Excellent. So I already have it downloaded. I don't need to do it again. So let's save some time. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this. The download file which you took from the net will be in your downloads folder by default, unless you've actually changed it. So just here's how you would access it. Just go ahead and click on downloads and then find it here. There you go, Eclipse down below. Now notice that the file is zipped, so you need to open up the file. You need to unpack the file first. There are various tools to do this. Let me just go ahead and show you. Great, I have a virus running here. Well, it's nothing super malicious. I will remove it later on. So zip, 7zip. That search engine, that is the virus that infects Firefox on Windows. I've been messing around and I've been exposing the machine to see what's going to happen. As this is my test machine and there is literally nothing of importance here that I can't do without, that I don't have elsewhere anyway. So go ahead and click on 7zip. This is also a free software for you to unpack if you don't already have one. You most likely have something like WinRAR, which is a paid version, or you have 7zip, or you have something else, and that's completely irrelevant. So you have the exif file here, the MSI, or down below you have the beta for Windows. I really wouldn't recommend downloading beta. Just go ahead and say download on .exe and that's it. Download size is 1 megabyte, which is nothing. So just go ahead and run this exe file. Okay, and software, and there you go. This is the installation procedure. It's going through. Come on, thank you, finish. So you don't need to follow this step if you already have a software which you can use to unzip a package. If you don't have a software to unzip a package, feel free to follow this through, or feel free to use any other software to unzip it. That's completely up to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize this, and I'm going to go ahead and open up 7zip. So 7 should pop up, 7zip file manager. It takes me straight away to downloads, which is very nice. I have it configured from before, but if it doesn't, just change the path to whatever you like, or just say file, open, and then, I don't know, find it. Doesn't really matter. Just type in the path where the file is. That is literally all you need to do. Okay, so you don't even need to type it in, but just double clicking on it, you can actually browse the file system and find whatever it is that you're looking for. Anyway, so let's find Eclipse here, and okay, so let's just expand this. Excellent. So we have Eclipse, CPP Mars, Win32, x86 64, zip. That is exactly what I want. I'm going to go ahead and click on extract, and it says that it wants to extract into downloads again. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and change that because I don't want it to extract to the downloads folder. Let's go ahead and I already have some configuration files from before when I was testing it out. but I would like to extract it to desktop. You can extract it anywhere you like and then create a shortcut on desktop or whatever you wish. But for testing purposes, here I will go ahead and extract it to desktop. So click on OK and OK again. The extraction process will be en route, shouldn't take too long. Again, as I said, you can extract it anywhere you like. To program files or something of a kind, probably a better choice. But I'm just going to go ahead and extract it to desktop. Since it doesn't really matter, I'm just using this for educational purposes anyway. It's not like this is my main machine, this is a virtual machine, so I tend to be a bit disorderly there. Probably something that you can do, without. So let's just let it run for a little while. It's not exactly the smallest of packages. Unzipping, unpackaging, come on. And this is not the fastest of machines because it's a virtual machine again, so please take that into consideration. I have assigned a second CPU core to it in order to expedite the process. You do not need to. It'll work just fine in a single CPU core. Okay, so that's done. You can close the 7-zip. You have Eclipse here, and now we're going to get an error. You have Eclipse exit. I can create a shortcut. Where is it? There we go. We'll just put it on desktop and close this. And I'm also going to pin it to the taskbar. Anyway, so go ahead and double click on it and you'll get an error. So it says Java runtime environment or Java development kit must be available. No problems. Let's go over to the net. Type in Java development kit. Let's hit it. So Java SE development kit, 7 downloads. Okay, so where is it? Downloads, somewhere around here. There we go. So Windows 64. So this is a Windows x64, and this is 86 up here. Let me just have a look at it. No, that's Java SE development kit daemons. No, not needed. Okay, yeah. So this is the first version is the 32-bit, and the second version is 64-bit. If I am not mistaken, I could be, but don't hang me for it if I am. Just choose the. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the later one. So the last one in the row. Go ahead and click on it. Sorry, you must accept the license agreement before downloading. I accept the unknown license agreement, which no one in this world reads, and God knows what we are agreeing to. Anyway, you have chosen to open it. Okay, so save file. It's reporting that it requires 4 minutes for a download, so that definitely consumes a little bit of time, but unfortunately it is a necessary amount of time required for the download to proceed. Later on in Eclipse, even though we have everything installed, we have Eclipse installed, we have Java SE development kit in the background, we still need the compiler, something that will basically make whatever code we write understandable to a machine, so the machine can understand what we write. And for Windows, you have a downloader. You have multiple compilers for it. You have one from Microsoft, but I'm going to go ahead and use an open source one, which was basically ported over from Linux. It's called MinGW. Minimalistic GNU for Windows. Amazing. Okay, so we are here on their website. So download it only from the official website, www.mingw.org. And we have download installer. Would you like to do that? Yes, we would like to do that, in the far right corner. Okay, is the download going to start? We are redirected to SourceForge because we're going to pull it from there, so just need to wait a couple of seconds for it to happen. MinGW get setup exe. Excellent. So save the file. That's going to start downloading as well, but that's really fast. Just go ahead and click on it. A view license, no problems. Go ahead and click on install. Just leave everything as it is. You see this path, do not change that path. You can change it, but it's going to cause you a world of hurt later on. Like this, you simplify it to a large extent. Go ahead and click on continue. Now, because I've already done some installations, and this can happen even if you didn't do any installations, it's just asking me whether I would like to run it now or reinstall it or change the directory or quit. I'm just going to go ahead and click on reinstall. If this doesn't happen to you, it's okay. Just keep pressing next or install or whatever pops. No big deal. The installation process is on the way. So this is gonna reinstallation process is underway, so to say, because I already have it installed. I didn't uninstall it. Okay, so doing this, let's minimize the browser, and we are done. So click on continue. Something happening over there. Okay, so we are now in min.gw installation manager, and originally all of these are green, but they won't be for you. So all you need to do is right click on this and then go mark for installation. Click on that, it will become green. Next one, mark for installation. Click all of them in that fashion. So once again, it's not going to be green for you, so just go ahead and right click on it, click on mark for installation, and then it's going to go ahead and install the packages. So all of them, you need to select all of them. Go ahead and click on installation in the upper left corner. Once you have selected all of them, in the basic setup you have all packages here, but you don't really care about that at the moment. What you care about is basic setup. So click on installation, say update catalog. Excellent, so update is complete. Please close the dialog to continue. That's it, apparently. No. Oh, come on. Excellent, so it might take a bit longer for you. If you get prompted with anything, just say okay, next, whatever. It doesn't really matter that much anyway. It's just gonna go through, and because these things are not installed in your system, it's gonna take a while, to pull the information necessary for all of this and install it. If you encounter any problems with this step, just send me a few screenshots, let me know what you did and where you got stuck. I will be more than happy to help you out. Pretty simple, just click on installation, update catalog. Once again, it's gonna run through, and that's it. I might get prompted with another window if it's the first time installation, but no big deal. Just click on apply and next. That's all you need to do. No big deal there, and it will take a bit longer time. You might want to go and make a cup of coffee while it finishes, but to save time, I already have the packages installed and just repeating the process with the installed packages. Anyway, just go ahead and close this because we no longer need that. And let's see, how do we stand with Eclipse download with the Java runtime environment. Okay, so this is my troubleshooting browser. Fine, no problems there. Let's go over to this one. Download. Okay, so JDK is here, exit has been downloaded. Just go ahead and click on it again. Should be fine, no big deal there. Should pop up any moment. There we go. So yes, preparing to install. Okay, come on, finish it up, finish it. Excellent. So next. That's all you need to do. Just click on next. That's Windows for you. Probably why so many people use it, because you just keep on clicking next for pretty much everything. Sometimes you can mess things up like that, but most of the times it just tends to work out. Although I do find it frustrating as it doesn't give me as much control as I would like. Anyway, I am running a little bit short on time here, so I will pause the tutorial here